at the CTE Center, standing here in C Wing. If you'll look kind of behind me, you see the two-story structure back there. That is B Wing. That's where the admin's on the first floor. Health is on the second floor where the nursing training will be. They just poured that slab this morning. When you were here before, there wasn't anything but columns standing there. Moving back around to the right, you see the tall concrete columns over here. That is Main Street. It's the front door right there where the columns are. You come in, you walk all the way down through there and out the back door. Those columns are over 40 foot tall. That's how high the ceiling will be on Main Street. Moving on further to the right, these last columns you see standing up here, that's a screen wall that shelters a patio area outside the community rooms, rooms where you can have meetings or whatever. Then you come on around here, C Wing, they'll be erecting steel here on C Wing next week. If you can swing back around to this way, you'll see these columns are forming, those concrete columns. Those will be a lot taller. That's just the first pour. The second pour will take them up over 40 feet. Come on around to the left. You're looking back over in all the shops, the mechanics shops, the auto body shop is way down in the back. That masonry wall you see there likes about 3 feet, and it'll be all the way to the top. Then they'll move over. All the walls in that wing are masonry. They're load bearing. There's no structural steel over there. They poured this slab today, so that means now we can start framing the walls. If you look down here, that is the bottom track for the studs. The studs will sit in there and stand up, and up here above you see the silver clips sticking out on the side. The studs run right up by the side of the building going up to the second floor. Looking inside the building here, you see all the straps hanging from the ceiling. That's for the ductwork. So you'll see the ductwork, fire sprinkler lines, electrical conduit, all starting to be installed probably this week. Right now you're looking at the second floor. This is where the nursing, mostly this area here is in B Wing, is where all your nursing classes take place. There are some other things up here, but that's the biggest function of it. This is what they call a composite deck. The decking and the concrete and the steel all together is what makes this stay up here. To the left, you're looking at B Wing again from the back side. This is a big courtyard in between B Wing and the F Wing, which is where the shops are. This is just a big courtyard. It'll have benches, places for kids to be. It's going to be a real nice courtyard. We're in the auto body shop now. We're standing in some of the offices. You look around, you see the pits in the floor where they can actually get down to get to things. Where you see the reinforcement sticking up is individual rooms. It's like tool storage where they can lock up all the equipment and stuff at night. And then you got all this workspace out here in the middle of it. Then looking down where you see the man with the compactor. That's your big roll-up doors so they can bring the cars and things in here to work on them. So it's going to be a real nice body shop. This whole building will be masonry construction. Okay, we're in F Wing now. This is where all of your shops are. This is where your oil and gas classes are held, your carpentry, your electrical, your mechanical. All of these various trades are taught here in this wing. This entire building is built with load-bearing masonry. The tall walls you see here are 12-inch masonry walls. They're filled solid with concrete. The little pockets you see all in a line up there, that's where the bar joists rest on the wall. Those bar joists will come over and bear on these interior walls and then move on across. Then they bear on the outside on this entire wing. There's no structural steel in this wing. Okay, that wall you're looking at there, I think we've talked about before, is 18 foot tall. That's comes up. This road comes off of Bennett here. It goes all the way up. This will kind of be the exit for the buses. They'll come in on the other side. They'll drop kids back over here all at the back entrance to the building. They'll go all the way around the building, come out and exit here on Bennett, where they can go left over to Earl Campbell, or they can go right and go back around to the loop. So if they're going to John Tyler, they'll turn to the right. If they're going to Robert E. Lee, they'll turn to the left when they come out this road right here. Rice, it's got all the foundations in, all the plumbing is roughed in the building, kitchen, everything, and they're currently grading out the cafeteria, the music room, the stage, and the gymnasium for pour. If the weather holds and they're able to get the pour made, the only thing to be left to pour is the kitchen. So that was coming along. Moving on to Dixie. Dixie is just about a week behind Rice. They are still putting in the last of the plumbing. They've got the classroom wing foundations in and starting to grade that out for the first pour. Dixie's a little different. It's going to take about 4 pours to make it because the slab has got different elevations. It steps up because of the terrain out there. But that we also look to start pouring slabs on that one by the end of this week, early next week, and then that'll be continuous. And the structural steel on it should come about the same time, around the middle of March. Moving on to Three Lakes, the contractor is just to the point of moving on site to start talking about, the clearing of the property. So not much has been done out there other than subcontracts being written and that kind of thing. And as you know, at the board meeting, the contracts were signed for Boulter and more. Now we're going to start putting fence around both projects during spring break. We chose to do it then when the kids weren't there, so we go ahead and fence those off. Those are a little more difficult to build on than say here or Three Lakes, because they're still holding class. So we'll get our fence up to separate the workers and the kids, and then that work will start probably a week after spring break.